time, F1H2O World Championship kicked off the 2016 season in the United Arab Emirates as Dubai hosted its maiden Grand Prix in 33 years of F1H2O racing. Dubai's iconic, towering skyline provides the perfect backdrop for powerboat racing. This is a truly futuristic city with state-of-the-art buildings boasting the world's tallest structure, the Burj Khalifa, and the world's only 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab. The city's ever-expanding transportation infrastructure and architecture is a shining testament to a vision of the future. It's a cosmopolitan city with people from literally all over the globe living and working in this Middle Eastern metropolis. This is where the world comes to work, trade, negotiate, and of course, play. Dubai has an intimate connection with the sea, having been a sea trading hub through its history, a maritime legacy that is in full evidence at the annual Dubai International Boat Show, one of the most prestigious in the world. It's no wonder that Dubai is one of the world's powerboat racing capitals, with 4 out of the 9 teams competing in the Grand Prix of Dubai based in the UAE. The locals love their powerboating, with Dubai having produced countless champions, past and present, in different racing series over the decades. Fans and visitors got a taste of an F1H2O boat in the 2-seater version, pulling up to 3 Gs on turns. From 9 teams and 11 countries competing at the first ever Grand Prix of Dubai. All eyes were on the world-famous home team, Victory, who have ambitiously set their sights on a world title this year, and they have the man to do it, Sean Torrente. He's been on the year-end podium 3 years in a row, and he's still looking for that elusive first world title.
Last year was one of the most turbulent years of my career. Went from highs of winning, lows of losing my team, and a high of creating a new one. Now we've got all of our team together. We're solid and we're ready to take on the world this year and get rid of that 3rd place and replace it with a world championship.
With the might of the Victory team behind him, this could be his year. Torrente is again joined by Nader bin Hendy, who wants to leave the adjustment phase behind him and start racing for the prize in F1H2O. The man to beat is of course late bloomer Philippe Chiappe. The newly crowned 2015 world champion hangs on to the prestigious #1 plate for 2016, and he wants to kick his title defense off with a win in Dubai in his quest for a 3rd consecutive world title.
For me, it's my dream to win in Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, and now it's down, and for the first race in Dubai this year, I hope the same.
Joining him once again in CTIC F1 China team is the ever-improving Jiangzi Wei, who's in his 5th season on the tour. 3-time world champion Alex Carella of Team Abu Dhabi has been world runner-up 2 years in a row now to Chiappe, and he wants to throw the monkey off his back and beat the Frenchman this year. Thani Al-Khamzi, the veteran Emirati ace, will be looking to continue his excellent form from last year in 2016. And it's almost a hometown race here for the Abu Dhabi native.
I'm very happy today here in my country in Dubai, and first time racing in Dubai for every team here. Good place, good location, and we will do very nice here.
In UAE-based EMIC team, Marit Stromoy is starting on a high as she made history in the last race of 2015 in Sharjah, winning her first race in F1 to become the first ever female Grand Prix champion.
You can't take away a win, it's there forever, it's in the books. So no, for me it made me definitely more confident. Now I know it's possible and the people around me know it's possible, so I always go and try my best. And the good thing about winning is that, you know, it's possible.
She's joined by young German Mike Shimura, a multiple F4S champion who's making the daunting leap to F1H2O this year. Eric Stark of Emirates team, the rising star on the F1H2O circuit, came tantalizingly close to a win in the last race and has multiple podiums and a pole position in 2015.
You know, Sweden has never won the World Championship in Formula 1, so this year I will definitely step it up and try to win a few races and, of course, try to win the championship.
He leads the team alongside another former Grand Prix champion, the talented Ivan Brigada, formerly of Caldwell Racing. Baba Racing Team is headed by two-time world champion Sami Celio, who wants to put a disappointing 2015 behind him and start afresh in Dubai alongside his fellow Finn, the up-and-coming Philip Roms. Team Sweden has four-time Grand Prix winner Jonas Andersson, once again leading the charge, joined by the ever-improving Jesper Force. F1 GC Atlantic team is headed by veteran Portuguese driver Duarte Benavente, who welcomes to the team Christophe Larigot of France. And then of course there's Blaze Performance team, headed by one of the most successful F1H2O drivers on the tour, 12-time Grand Prix champion and former world runner-up Francesco Cantando. His teammate is Polish ace Bartek Marszałek. Buckle your belts, it's going to be one hell of a ride. The 1,964-meter Dubai circuit features 5 buoys, 4 red left-handers and 1 yellow right-hander, with a long and exciting 800-meter straightaway just off the shore at Le Méridien Mina Siahi Beach Resort in the shadow of the iconic Palm Jumeirah.
Yeah, we have one very long straight in this course, and then it's a little bit tricky part here to coming here for the close to timing, the last turns of the race course. So it's very narrow there, short straight. You need to have good balance on the boat there. You really don't know how rough it will be there when there's a lot of boats out there.
No, it's a course you really need to think and choose the line, because if you mess up 2-3 turns before the yellow, you mess up also the yellow and your time will not be good. So sometimes you just hammer it into every corner, but here you really need to think before you do it. So I like it, it's good. The BRM qualifying determines the starting lineup and is spread over 3 sessions, with the final 6 boats battling it out for the coveted pole position in the third and final session. On a day with heavy winds from the east which made controlling the boat extra tricky, 17 drivers went out on the circuit for BRM qualifying session 1. With EMIC's Mike Shimura unable to start. Last year's up-and-coming youngsters Jesper Force of Team Sweden and Baba Racing's Philip Roms were both unable to handle the conditions out in Q1, joined by Nader Bin Hendi and Christophe Larigot. Bartek Marszałek put in more laps than any other driver, 22 in all, but he was bumped out by Ivan Brigada and Zhongzi Wei, who moved on to Q2. In BRM qualifying session 2, Sami Celio, the winner of a record 23 pole positions, was unable to continue after just 7 laps. The big surprise was Zhongzi Wei, who was handling the conditions brilliantly, looking at a first ever Q3 spot, with Sean Torrente trying lap after lap to find the speed he needed for a top 6 finish. It literally went down to the last lap, and Torrente did it! Tough luck for Zhongzi Wei, but a 7th starting position is not too shabby for the young CTIC driver.
Yeah, it was quite close to my first Q3. Well, whatever, next race we will push harder.
Duarte Benavente, Francesco Cantando, Moritz Stromoy, and Ivan Brigada also all missed out on a place in Q3. BRM qualifying session 3, the final 6 boats with a course to themselves and 2 laps apiece to set their fastest times in the shootout for pole. Eric Stark of Emirates team, who won his first ever pole position for the last race in Sharjah, was first out on the course, setting a fastest time of 41.94 seconds to open the session. Stark was followed by Thani Al-Kamzi, but the Team Abu Dhabi veteran only managed a 42.17 lap. Team Sweden's Jonas Andersson, a 2-time pole position winner, was out next, and he continued his incredible pace of late to post an intimidating 41.78 second lap, which earned him provisional pole. Sean Torrente, who just managed to make the Q3 cut, went out with a big task on his hands, but it wasn't enough on the day, settling for a disappointing 42.06 lap time.
What's your position right now?
Right now I'm first, but there's 2 more boats to go.
Next out was Alex Corella, who went out looking for his 12th career pole position. The 3-time world champion was in fine form. 41.61, Corella took provisional pole from Anderson and threw down the gauntlet for the final driver, Philip Schiap. The CTIC China team champion and his Raptor boat have been the ones to beat in qualifying. But Schiap was unable to beat Corella's time in his first lap. It was down to the final lap. Would the Frenchman do it? He was once again incredibly fast and incredibly tight. 41.36, Philip Schiap wins the BRM qualifying pole position, his first ever qualifying win. The final BRM qualifying session results: Schiap on pole ahead of Corella, Anderson starts in 3rd, followed by fellow Swedes Stark in 4th, then Torrente and Al-Kamzi, with Zhongzi Wei in 7th ahead of Moritz Stromoy.
Team China, congratulations.
We are happy, we are strong this year, sure. And for restart, the season is wonderful. And in Dubai, the first race in UAE, for me, it's a dream.
As the sun goes down, the night lights up in Dubai with a spectacular water fountain show below the Burj Al Khalifa. Teams and pilots also relax and unwind at a sumptuous gala dinner that showcases Dubai's legendary hospitality. Thousands gathered along the inner city lagoon in New Dubai for the first Grand Prix of the season. With 4 Emirates-based teams competing, local interest was piqued. Would Sami Celio get back to his winning ways? Could the famed Dubai Outfit Victory Team start the year off with a win? Could Moritz Stromoy follow up her maiden win in Sharjah with another in Dubai? And would Team Abu Dhabi and Corella find a way to beat Schiap? The starting lineup: Schiap with pole position, Corella starting next to him in 2nd, Torrente down in 5th, Zhongzi Wei in 7th, Cantando at the back of the field in 16th.
Starting 4th is going to be really interesting because like my best friends here are, one is on one side and one is on the other side, so really it will really be fun up there with Jonas and Sean. So
For sure we're going to push for maximum like always. It's a very long start straight, so It's gonna be interesting, and
Right when those lights start going out, all you're saying is, please fire, please fire, please fire, please fire. Because you know if it starts good, you're good. If it don't start good, it's gonna be a long race.
Just moments to go, Celio is having engine problems and is unable to start the race. The final few seconds to the race, teams await the final countdown to the start of the 33rd F1H2O season. The first race of the year is on. Philipp Schiap charges out of the start pontoon, leading right from the get-go. Cantando is just to the right of Duarte Benavente, trying to keep up with the Portuguese driver as Jesper Fors comes up on Benavente's port side. No surprises as Schiap gets to the commitment buoy first, followed by Alex Carella, Jonas Andersson, Eric Stark, Torrente in fifth, and Tani Alkamzi cutting through on the inside, closing a lot of ground with the top boats. Schiap leads as Carella, Andersson, Stark, and Alkamzi battle it out, with Torrente right behind them. Tani Alkamzi locking horns with Eric Stark, the Emirati managing to pass the young Swede. Further back, Francesco Cantando giving chase on the outside to Benavente and Jesper Fors, cutting it close to the outside markers. Schiap has already opened a sizable lead, Carella trying to keep pace with the Frenchman, with Andersson in third, followed by a three-way battle for fourth between Alkamzi, Stark, and Torrente. Alkamzi opens his lead over Stark. Further back in the field, Philipp Roms in 11th position is chased by Nadir Benhendi, Jesper Fors, Benavente, and Christophe Larigot. Benavente is rising up the field, passing Nadir Benhendi, and having already cast aside Jesper Fors and his teammate Larigot. Up in the lead, Schiap looking very cozy indeed, with a nice big gap over Carella, the two of them having won the last 5 consecutive World Championships. Back in the middle of the field, Stromoy in 7th, followed by former Grand Prix winner Ivan Brigada, Xiongzi Wei in 9th, Bartek Marszałek in 10th. Sean Torrente, who started 5th, trying to claw his way up on Alkamzi, the American racing in his brand new Victory-built boat for the first time. The 3-time consecutive world champion Alex Carella has been bested by only one man for the last 2 years, Schiap. The Frenchman has become one of only 4 drivers in history to have won back-to-back titles, and he wants to equal Carella's tally this year. Behind them, Torrente closing in on Alkamzi, followed by Stark. Marit Stromoy, who is in 7th position, comes to a screeching halt. She was hoping to follow up her victory in Sharjah with a good start to 2016, but it was not to be.
Something with the engine. I think I seized the engine, but we had trouble with the trim as well, which happened before.
As Schiap opens a 10-second lead over Carella, he laps his teammate Xiongzi Wei, who's so far looking very consistent in 8th position behind Ivan Brigada. Problems for Tani Alkamzi. The Emirati was in 4th position, but his race comes to a disappointing end. Stromoy's EMIC teammate Mike Simura just getting a feel for F1 racing in his first ever race outing, letting Eric Stark pass by as a Swede laps the German. Stark's teammate Brigada enjoying his return to top flight racing with Emirates team. He wants to repeat his Grand Prix win back in 2006 when he finished world number 4. But Brigada has to up his game if he's to fend off an aggressive Xiongzi Wei, who's racing like a seasoned veteran out there. Sean Torrente, who moved up to 4th with Alkamzi's exit, is pressing hard on 3rd place Jonas Andersson. Torrente nearly has it as he bites at Andersson's heels, but the 4-time Grand Prix champion guards his position. With his boats in good tick, Andersson has proven to be one of the fastest and best drivers on the tour. But he's going to have to work hard to keep Torrente off his tail. The American ace is gutting it around that circuit, trying to find any way possible around the Swede.
Just before it goes over, Anderson's teammate loses control. His race is over, and that will be a yellow flag. The Osprey rescue team is quickly on the scene. Force is unhurt. Here it is from his onboard. The young accident-prone Swede does a full 360 somersault. Here it is from another angle. At these speeds, it just takes a tiny mistake to send a boat airborne. The yellow flag makes things interesting now as everybody's lead is cut down. Can Karela take advantage and pass Schiap on the green flag? But Schiap is sharp. He does not get caught snoozing. But behind them, Torrente has used the restart to full advantage as he moves past Anderson on the outside. Torrente moves into third. Anderson bumped down, and Zhang Ziwei has also moved up into sixth behind Stark. There's an outside tussle between Christoph Larigot and Nader Bin-Hendy. Ivan Brigada gets the better of Philip Roms. The restart has really shaken things up in the race. Anderson in fourth, trying to claw his way back up in pursuit of Torrente. The Swede refuses to give up. Both those drivers known for their all-or-nothing racing style. The positions, Schiap rebuilds a slim 3-second lead over Karela. Stark in fifth, and Zhang Ziwei is having his best ever race in sixth position. Benavente is seventh, Brigada eighth ahead of Roms, with Cantando back in 10th. Look at that! Zhang Ziwei setting his sights now on Eric Stark, aiming for the top 5. This is the kind of racing we've been hoping to see from the young CTIC driver. With just 10 laps left in the race, Schiap is unable to rebuild that 10-second lead over Karela. The Italian is pressing hard on Schiap, looking for a last gasp effort to see if he can't break the Frenchman's race-long dominance. Nader Bin-Hendy is on track for another points finish if he can end in the top 10. He lets his teammate Torrente pass by. Bad luck for Eric Stark, a cruel blow so late in the race.
First I lost one of the pickers, so it was difficult to turn, but then something with the engine, I just lost like power. 5,000 was maximum RPM, so shit race.
Going into the final lap, Stark's exit has moved Zhang Ziwei into the top 5. Up in the lead, Schiap staves off a feisty Karela, trying to hold on for just one more lap, but Karela is just a few boat lengths behind him. The traffic is tight. Schiap does it! The Frenchman begins his 2016 campaign with a win. Schiap dominated from start to finish, but in the end, only won by less than 2 seconds. A best ever result for Zhang Ziwei. What a race overall for CTIC China. Benavente will be happy with a solid 6th place. Great return from Brigada in his first race back. Marszałek puts some points on the board for Blaze. Mike Simura with 13th place in his first ever Grand Prix. Not too shabby. Schiap kicks his title defense off just the way he would like it at the top of the drivers' standings, with the usual suspects, Karela and Torrente, in second and third.
Second, we take point for the championship is important now at the start of the season. But we still have to work really a lot to get in front of Philippe. Is really fast. Let's try and work for next race now.
Team China!
It was really, really hard, man. I'm really proud of my 3rd place. We had about a 5th or 6th place boat on speed, and we just kept fighting. And now we'll go back to victory, and we'll do more work, and we'll get ready for France. But great points.
It's not easy race in in Dubai. The condition is not easy, and it's very difficult to overtake the slow boat, and you do make insurance before for not destroy all the race. And okay, we are strong this year, and now we have 3 months for prepare the home Grand Prix, and we can make a good season, sure.
That wraps up the first ever Grand Prix of Dubai, as the flag is passed on to Evian France, which will host round 2. See you then.